Just no thoughts, just vibes. You need to stop at Palmer's Candy Shop
Apparently
before
I
you
do.
leave, or next time you're in Sioux City.
Do they make the twin bings?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
I got a chocolate mouse, which is just chocolate on chocolate. If you smell it on my breath, that's because I had a lot of chocolate before I got here. I'm glad that you were able to find some time to hang out and talk today. You are in the thick of your 99 town hall tour across Iowa.
100 town hall tour.
100 town hall, 99 counties, but 100 town halls. Who's getting two?
Lee County has 2 county seats. Don't ask me why.
What's your favorite part of being on this journey?
It's been going great so far. We've had incredible turnout everywhere, despite the fact that so far most of them have been in northwest Iowa. Pretty red territory, but we had 70 people in Sioux County, I think. Some pretty good numbers, especially considering where you're out from the election. And it's been fun to hear from people, and a big part of the journey this year is just trying to listen to people. I obviously, I read the news, I try to stay informed. There's some areas where I have more to learn than others. I think it's really helpful to hear what people think and listen to them so that we can actually have, when we're rolling out specific plans, not just like, oh, here's my initial impression, but like, okay, I have talked to Iowans. Here's things that we can do that we think is going to make life better for Iowans that we also think a lot of people can agree on.
And you're hearing from Iowans across the political spectrum. There's Republicans, Democrats, Independents. What are they saying are their top issues as we look ahead to 2026?
I think a big piece of it is just the idea that in Des Moines they are focused on insiders and special interest groups and not really serving Iowans. You look at things like literally making it so that the state auditor's office can have documents hidden from us, right? So that state government can hide evidence of waste, fraud, and abuse from the auditor's office. That's the kind of thing that sticks in people's minds. You look at a lot of the legislation that has come down to bullying people who are different. Most Iowans look at that and they're like, we are 49th in economic growth, right? We are number 1 in the growth rate for cancer. Why are you doing these things? And they get it. It's enough. And I think people are pretty frustrated.
One of my favorite things about your campaign is that your tagline is Governor for All.
Thanks.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, thank you. Number 1, the easiest piece about this to me is when we say all, it means regular people. What they're doing in Des Moines is looking out for party insiders, they're looking out for special interest groups. Your ordinary Iowan out there working their job, paying their taxes, following the rules, I think is not the focus of state government in the state of Iowa anymore. Another piece of this that I think is important is just the idea of including people. A lot of people aren't accustomed to being able to ask a question or even have a meeting or have an exchange whatsoever with a candidate. And the fact that like here, for example, in Sioux City, we are having a public town hall that we announced more than a month ago. You can go to robsand.com/events right now, and you can see all of our events out through October. I think that is at the heart of the idea of Governor for All. The idea that I do want to hear from you. I do want to listen to you. That doesn't mean, obviously, that we're all going to agree on everything, but I think there's a big difference between a government and a governor that listens to people and ends up having to make a choice versus one that doesn't listen at all.
I'm from Dubuque. I can't remember the last time someone came to Dubuque and was wanting to listen to people. So that's really important, and people need to feel seen and heard. So I appreciate you doing that.
And it's for everybody. I mean, we literally, the reason it's announced in advance is because we want Democrats to be there, but we want independents and Republicans to be there too. And I think it also gives us a chance to listen to each other too. Everyone who's in the audience can hear everyone else's questions. We can have an opportunity to come together and realize actually it's mostly irresponsible politicians who want to divide us from each other. Most Iowans can look at each other and come to terms of agreement where there's respect and mutual appreciation. It's the people that want to divide us from each other that we need to get out of the equation.
It seems like Iowans more and more are hungry for change. Yeah. Sometimes we're just hungry though. So I was wondering, what's your go-to gas station meal when you're on the road?
Okay, so you have to start with the idea that there's a lot more Casey's than anything else.
Yes.
So it's probably going to be a Casey's. I am on a pretty good streak for the breaded tenderloin right now. With I will always add yellow mustard. Oh. But I've actually their picante sauce. Oh. Pretty good. Even
I'm not aware of
even
this
on
sauce.
A tenderloin. Yeah.
I'll have to pass that along.
Yeah.
That's it though, just the tenderloin, anything on the side?
They now have the new Casey's brand pretzel chips.
Oh.
Like the flat ones.
Casey's is popping off.
Delicious. Yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff going on. Every time I walk in, I'm like, that's new, that's new.
Now, speaking of being on the road, you have a lot of town halls left. Where can people go? Remind them once again where they can see you when you're in the neck of the woods.
robsand.com/events. That'll show you every town hall. If you live in Northwest Iowa, we're running low, but other than that, if you're anywhere else in the state of Iowa, we're going to be pretty close to you sometime between now and October.
Any last minute pitches to people?
Look, I'm genuine here. I don't know who's watching this. I don't know where they are. I want them to come out. and be a part of the conversation. I think that the idea of democracy means that we should all be a little bit more involved. And I think when we get to the point where we are, we actually get better outcomes because of it. Because I think, again, most Iowans are willing to listen to people, to respect their experience, to try to want to get along. It's the people who try to separate us from each other for their own career gain or their own political gain are the ones that we need to watch out for. And usually when they're doing that, it means you got to check your wallet. So this campaign, again, is just oriented on like, look, everybody's welcome. Come on out. Governor for all. This event is for all, just like all the rest of them from now till October.
Well, thank you for stopping to chat. I appreciate it. Get out there and get them, killers.